hi, this is Mia. I want to send an email right now, but I'm procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow. And it's the same thing about gas. I said I was gonna get gas tonight. Like, you're gonna be working. You're gonna have to go to Chevron. And they charge a lot. They're open 24 hours, they charge a lot. And I was like, well, I'll go to the Shell or whatever. And I drop my daughter off. I'll come back that way and go to the gym. I'm like, well, you might not go. Or you might want to just go straight home at 2:30, and just like chill until 5 and go to work at 5. And I'm like, thinking all this stuff. Like, I don't have any missions. This is too salty. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do this Monday. Or I had copy and pasted this email address. And I had an email I was gonna send. And then I copy and pasted these requirements. How do I loading? Okay. And these requirements were like what ended up in my 2 email. And it was like, oh my god, like a whole entire page. So like making these all into little email addresses. Like, oh shoot. Cancel, I told my computer. I don't know my password. So I've been crying all week since at least Thursday. And I hadn't cried about relationships for like 6 weeks. I was doing really well. My naturopath gave me pulsatilla. Did he give me pulsatilla? He gave me either pulsatilla or what's the other one? I'm thinking fish vinegar. Fish vinegar. Sepia? I don't think. No, not sepia. Fish eyes. Vinegar fish. To help tone down my emotions. And I didn't. That reminds me. I should call him back and reschedule an appointment. I'm playing Hearthstone. Okay, I'm back. So I just took a shower, but I put all the same dirty, sweaty clothes back on. I can't tell. I used this body wash. Everything got took out of there. So I still haven't heard from anybody. I heard from this guy. He's telling me he's in Gresham, but I don't understand why he's telling me. Like, I don't understand why he's telling me he's in Gresham. I just don't understand. Like, I could ask him. I was like, who is this? He didn't respond. Or I got defeated. Oh, let me turn it up. Let me turn it down. Blah, 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 blah. Let me turn it down. Turn the sound off. So this is Yeti Mischief mixed with lime and honey and a little bit of water to melt the honey. So Monday there's going to be a Hearthstone until at least 10 Pacific time. I don't want to turn the light on. Let me get. We're gonna do eBay. I'm gonna dry. I just washed my hair, so it's sweaty. So next time that I'm in Winco, I'm gonna get or Walmart. I'm gonna get a water bottle, a spray bottle. I'm sure we have one in the house. I'm just gonna get one and put cedar oil. It's funny I throw away a lot of water bottles, huh? Or sorry, spray bottles. Any kind of bottle. Yeah, actually, I don't have a lot of spray bottles. I have a bottle like this. Looks like the top comes off. I like these metal type ones. Let's go spray them. I don't like the smell of this one that much. Let's go spray it just for the heck of it. Myself. My computer's gonna get wet. I like the smell of this one. This one, I will drool over the smell of this. I have an axe over here. I feel like I get sick. I use the axe. Oh my god, this one smells so good. It's like, use this kind of spray. Yeah, I can't even open my eyes, there's so much. Like disinfectant. Oh god, it smells so good. Okay, so I was watching Valley Kiss Angel last night, and I, I'm gonna spray some axe. I haven't sprayed this in months. The thing about this one, it's like an artificial one. And I'm like, I start like, it's like shower kind of thing. It's got like that bathroom. And I start drooling. My mouth would literally start drooling. I think it just brings me back to the old smells from when I was a kid. When I was into really good smelling. I was into the shower. That was so intense. Like now it like reeks. You're only supposed to spray that once. I forgot. I told my drink's probably full of it. I told myself spray that once. Oh my god. Okay, so Ballet Kiss Angel. So I want to talk about change or adaptation. It's the same as change, evolution, adaptation. I was talking about being evolutionarily allergic to stuff. Me and my kids and my grandparents and my mom's relatives and my dad's relatives had these allergies to stuff. And these allergens, for people born in the 40s, or sorry, people born in like the 20s and the teens, I don't think a lot of people were going around being like, oh my god, I have this allergy to this chemical or to this substance or to gluten or to eggs. Like, black people are really smart. And I think there's a strong earth connection and a strong spiritual connection that people don't realize. But society makes us like people get brainwashed to think we're ignorant and poor and broke, but society like will do that, and you might put yourself a square peg into a square peg hole, right? You might fill in that what people think of you, or the biggest thing is oppression and unequal treatment. Is like you can't succeed unless you really like. Even my aunt, I go, I don't know what's wrong. As I was becoming an adult in my 20s and young 30s, she goes, I don't know what it is in med school. Like I'm doing well, the teachers are messing with our grades. It's like, yeah, you got to work at least 3 times harder than a white person to get to the same level. And that's someone who was born in the 40s, and living in a predominantly black neighborhood, going to an all-black school because of segregation. She went to the school my dad went to because of segregation. She wasn't allowed to go to a white school. She wasn't allowed to live in a white neighborhood. She wasn't allowed to drink at a water fountain, eat at a restaurant, etc., etc., etc. Just like my dad and my dad's brother and all those people. So it was thinking of that when you just start the tip of your tongue, the tip of the iceberg, start talking about something, and so say, oh yeah, that's what that is. White flight, like these things that black people know. There's another term in Wikipedia about when it's a real estate term that's not called white flight. When you move one black person in your neighborhood, then you move in a second one on purpose, then the white flight happens, and then they sell all those homes to more black people, and the real estate agents get more money because you're not just selling, you know, maybe once a year one or two houses go up for sale in a subdivision, but now you got them up for sale all the time, and you might have to lower because when blacks move in, just like when I went to Chinatown, I thought, why is Chinatown, New York, so every Chinese place was clean, spotless. There's all these people working, cleaning, carrying rags so I could wash my face, hot rags. I'm like, why are these Chinese places got piles of trash up on the sidewalk everywhere? It stinks. But why does the Manhattan have the sidewalks clear? I was really, and all the trash cans empty. I was really confused about that, but then I learned about Detroit when the white people got moved out into the suburbs because those were the only people that could afford cars, were the people working on cars or making cars in the factory. The blue collar workers were the only ones that could afford it, and they weren't buying them because they were walking to work. So they built these family subdivisions and said, get a car cheap, and you will be able to drive on the freeways, which were made by the military. And then it goes on and on and on. So my adaptation story right now is just having where I gotta change the classes I gotta go to. I gotta change my sleep habit. I gotta change if my daughter can make her work schedule so that I am not bloody getting up at 8. Or be like, what is that for? I didn't realize I set a timer. I wonder what that's for. Oh my god. Why did I set a timer? So let me think. The water should be off. So I should adopt. And I say, oh, those guys, they're young. They would stay up all night. They'd work all night, every night. Sometimes they went, and then they'd stay up playing video games all night. Go to bed at like 6, 7 in the morning. Let's say 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. Is it time to go already? Oh, I sprayed a whole bunch of stuff. Amber said detoxify my room. Alright. Detoxifying. Maybe that's... I inadvertently had an alarm on, and that was a subconscious or not. I guess that's what that means. I don't know. Like, it's not even a talk. I know, I couldn't even open my eyes. With this incense, this house, this household, this room, this bed, this brain, this body be blessed. This neighborhood, this town, this world. May you be blessed. Woo-wee. Waiting for my boyfriend. Summer secret. He won't tell me he's not going to be home all day today. And I was mad because he didn't hang out with me Friday or Saturday or Sunday. And now I'm having my special time in a month. And we got in a tip last 2 months. So it'd be better off for me to go out into my garden and water my garden and play, in my kitchen and do dishes and clean the pig cage and sleep than it would be to go there. But I really want to cuddle with somebody. Like, I want to cuddle with somebody so bad. I'm going to bring my deceased black cat. Oh, that's sad. I'm going to bring my iPad with me. I'm going to go. I didn't realize that this was going to be time to go. It didn't even cross my mind that the Middle East. Where are those hair ties? I just washed my hair. I don't want dirty hair ties. There's some in the dryer. Everything got sprayed with that crap. I don't think it matters anymore. I was gonna do these shoes. I plan on coming right back home, but I'm gonna go. So I get back. I'm waiting for my guy friend to contact me. I don't necessarily know if he's actually gonna hang out with me. To tell you the truth, but I am down. Like I need attention right now. So I was going to talk about arrangement and adaptation, and I also want to talk about making, like, I was going to sit down and do my craft. I want to talk about making arrangements. You see the website Seeking Arrangement. Making arrangements, not just sugar daddy, sugar baby, or these different types of job, family dynamic, boyfriends, friends. It keeps shifting. We used to eat all day in medical school, and one of our teachers is a chiropractor. He used to have this big lunch. I think he used to do. He loved intermittent fasting. He was like, "You guys are like a giant organizer, eating all the time." And one of our teachers like, you're not allowed to eat in this class. And I told my dad, he's like, yeah, it's a professional school, you shouldn't have to. But it's like, personally, I didn't even have a lunch break. So it's like, you're going to be in class from 7:30 a.m. to what time? 10, 8 to 10 at night. Sucks not eating all that time, like literally no lunch break. They give you 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to go use the bathroom, and you have a long line at the bathroom. You would have to eat while you're in line. And if you had something in your locker or something, anyways, beside the point. Goodbye. I am joyful. That's kind of a fake smile. It's like, I am fine and Mia is.